and she's been a tremendous asset to this show today, so thank you again. So, welcome once again to those thrilling days of yesteryear, a live recreation of some of your favorite shows from the golden age of radio. And we are wrapping up our 14th season here. It's really hard to believe we've been doing 14 years of doing shows here at the Oak Park Arms, and this one is the capper of it all. For years I've been wanting to do this and found the right cast and the right music and the right timing and the right everything, and it all happens today. Because this was a one-time event. In fact, some of the top stars in Hollywood gathered for a wedding. Now, this wasn't just any wedding, but a wedding of one of the greatest detectives in the world. And the only guests were our country's fighting men and women overseas. Command Performance was a show that aired throughout the 40s and entertained our troops with usually a mishmash of a collage of music and comedy and drama and memories from home, utilizing whatever talent, whoever wanted to give something back to the men and women over there. But there was one show that was scripted, Dick Tracy in B-flat, the world's first and only comic book operetta. It was also a time when Chester Gould's world's famous detective was at the height of popularity, appearing in the newspaper, his own radio serial, comic books, and even as a movie, an ongoing movie serial. So it was about time Command Performance did what they do best for all the men and women fighting overseas. They gave them what they wanted. And so they did so, bringing in some of the best stars in the business, which we will introduce in a moment, along with a chorus of happy, 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 happy wedding goers. You'll find out in a minute just how happy they are. And they're all gathering to answer the big question, for goodness sakes, isn't he ever going to marry Tess Trueheart? Because that was an ongoing controversy in the entire Dick Tracy series was Dick Tracy and his love of his life, Tess Trueheart, will they ever get married? Will the ceremony end with a kiss? Will Dick's nuptial ceremony be stopped by some of society's most ruthless and dastardly criminals? Come and see what happens now. Our show originally aired February 15th, 1945, when also was at the time when Bing Crosby was at the height of his career, topping record charts and breaking box office records with his wonderful and very memorable road pictures, along with fellow celebrity Bob Hope. But there were also new stars appearing on the horizon that had been around for a few years, ones that the crowds were even more crazy for, like Judy Garland and Frank Sinatra. So in some ways, this show was also a blending of the old stars welcoming the new stars and really giving all to the armed forces, because the Command Performance was really only broadcast on the Armed Forces Radio Network, which meant that all the families and loved ones back home didn't get to enjoy this legendary or momentous and somewhat silly event. That is until now. So we will now do our best to recreate this show for you just as it aired, with music, sound effects, and plenty of celebrity inside jokes. See if you can catch them. And while we are listening, you might pretend that you are one of those who had the fortune of being in that live studio audience as they watch their favorite performers do their thing. Or perhaps you might wish to sit back, close your eyes, and just imagine you're sitting in front of your old Philco radio, anxiously awaiting for your favorite show to begin. So join us now as we take you back to those thrilling days of yesteryear.
USA, the greatest entertainers in America, as requested by you, the men and women of the United States Armed Forces throughout the world. Command Performance, presented this week and every week till it's over there. Okay there, gang. This is Harry Von Zell reminding you that it's time to join us once again for another session dedicated to answering your request to Command Performance, Armed Forces Radio, Los Angeles, USA. Now it's come to our attention that a lot of you guys have been reading comic books while our shows are on. Now we realize that you men and women of the Army, Navy, Coast Guard, and Marines can do exactly as you please at any time. But command performance hates to lose any listeners. We're really very jealous that way. So, for you guys who like comic strips, tonight we are going to devote our entire time to a real super-duper, two-fisted He-Man thriller, one of your real big favorites, Dick Tracy. I think Command Performance has assembled the greatest cast of honest Joes, thieves, murderers, and cutthroats in radio history. Here they are in order of their appearance. No applause, please. Dick Tracy, Mr. Bing Crosby. Tess Trueheart, Miss Dinah Shore. Old Judge Hooper, that's me. The police chief, Mr. Jerry Colonna. Flat Top, Mr. Robert Hope. Vitamin Flintheart, Mr. Frank Morgan. The Summer Sisters, Miss Andrews Sisters. The Mole, Mr. James Durante Esquire. Little Snowflake, Miss Judy Garland. Shaky, Master Frankie Sinatra. Gravel Gertie, Miss Cass Daly. And so it is on with the first comic strip operetta of all time, Dick Tracy in B-flat. Or, for goodness sakes, isn't he ever going to marry Tess Trueheart? Ready, Maestro? Overture!
Tess Trueheart? No answer. I'll sing our love song. Mayhap she will hear me and come to her window. Whose dream are you? Where is your cloud? Where are your wings? Why is the sky hearing things like the sound of Sinatra? Whose dream are you? Can you be loved? Can you be kissed? Or would you fade like the mist in the sky? Tell me, have you come true? Are you here in my arms? Could a dream love ever seem half so divine? Darling, whose dream are you? Maybe someday you will reveal that you are no dream, you're real, you're mine.
singing troubadour, bringing songs to my boudoir.
It is I, Dick Tracy.
How I love your square-cut chin. I'll come down and let you in. Hiya, Dick, give me some skin.
Thank you, Scats, that's true heart. Well, the big day, huh, Tess? We're finally gonna get married.
Yes, Dick, and this time you better go through with it. I've waited 13 years to get married, and you keep putting it off.
Well, honey, some big crimes keep coming up, and I have to dash out and solve them. In 1941, it was 88 Keys. In 1942, it was Mrs. Pruneface. And in 1944...
Oh, wait a minute. What happened in 1943?
Very interesting year. My laundry came back. But I know I don't have to worry about you, Tess Trueheart, because your heart is true.
Oh, my heart will always be true, but if we don't get married pretty soon, the rest of me may stray a little.
Now, steady there, gal, steady, steady. Tonight's the night. Tell me, where are the wedding guests?
Well, the wedding guests are assembled in the parlor. Even now, the Summer Sisters are gathered around the spinet, and Vitamin Flintheart is gathered around the punch bowl. Methinks Vitamin has drunk too freely of the 4 roses.
How can you tell?
His nose is broken out into small bouquets.
I don't approve of that. Why aren't men more like me? I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I don't gamble.
No, please. Please don't tell me any more of your faults. We're getting married tonight.
Come, Tess, let us join the merry throng and get on with the nuptials. I will fling open the door.
Oh, happy, 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 happy wedding day! Oh, shut up! At last, the moment has come. Tess Trueheart, do you take this man to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
Richard Tracy, do you take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife?
I do.
At last, I now pronounce you man and... Oh, bean juice! Blasted interruptions, always interrupting. I ought to get that damn thing torn out.
Excuse me, darling.
Oh, Richard.
Hello, Tracy at this end.
Hello, police chief on this end. Well, that takes care of both ends.
What is it, Chief?
At 3:30 this afternoon, the First National Bank was robbed, and the crooks got away with $3,468.77.
$3,468.77. Are you positive?
Just a minute, I'll count it again.
Now, Chief, this sounds very suspicious. You weren't in on the deal, were you?
That's ridiculous. I wouldn't do anything crooked.
Well, okay. Dick Tracy's on the job. And all I can say is whoever held up the First National Bank better get out of town.
Well, I'll go home and pack.
Tess, I must be off.
Oh, Richard, this is terrible. Left at the altar again. Why do you not renounce your ceaseless pursuit of evildoers? For better by far if you opened up a live bait store in Death Valley. Don't go!
But I must. I owe it to society. I must be off to do a job. I can only stay a minute. I'm off to pitch a cricket mob and everyone else that's in it.
How I dread the chance you take. How I hope for your escape. And each night I'll stay awake till you're safe returning.
Thank you, dear, but never fear, they'll never get old, Dick Tracy. When I get back, we'll hire a hack and go and hear Count Basie.
Oh, my hero has no fears as that fateful moment nears. Let me hold you by the ears. They're so strong and flabby.
There'll be no mush, I've got to rush, I'm heading off for the station. So save your smacks and pat on the backs till I get my vacation.
He's off to fight with all his rights, this wonderful guy named Tracy. A lonely testament to the best of arsenic and old lacy. A lonely testament to the best of arsenic and old lacy.
Goodbye, Tess, I'm away.
I was a good phone.
With a long extension.
That is, you see what I mean? Yes, I know it was a good phone. I had a friend. He was a good friend. I told my friend about my phone 'cause I thought he was a good friend. What relief did I have my man? Then the chief phoned us and the fun began. Ain't got no man, ain't got no friend. I bet you can guess just exactly what happened. My friend works for the telephone company. That was the end of my friend, the end of my phone, and darn near the end of me.
The jig is up. Reach for the ceiling. It's Dick Tracy, you swine. That's funny. Nobody here. And the First National Bank is empty.
Drop that gun and turn around, Tracy.
If that voice belongs to who I think it does, I may never turn around.
What a pleasure. I've always wanted to have a gun in this guy's back.
Yeah, and you can pull it up a little too.
Sorry, I was going to blow your brains out. Now drop that gun and turn around.
All right. Ay, 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 ay.
You guessed it, Tracy. I'm flat top.
Flat top? How'd you ever get a flat top on that egg-shaped head of yours? Well, now that you got me, flat top, what are you going to do with me?
You're not going to like this at all. Probably hate every minute of it. You're really going to get the full treatment, Dad. What's going to happen to you?
Well, what's going to happen? I'd like a little laugh, too.
I'm going to put you in a vault, pour a pitcher of cream over your head, and then throw in a tiger with a rough tongue.
Proceed. Dick Tracy fears not your threats. The author will find a way out.
Well, you'll never get out of this vault, you marble-headed hero. First, I'll close this steel door. Now, I'll twirl the combination. Now, I'll slide in the bolt. There.
Hey, Junior, you forgot something. I'm still on the outside.
All right, get in this one. Fool with me, eh? I may look like I'm not much, but I am. Some people forget that. I'm the top. I'm the vicious flat top. I'm the top. Got it in for that cop. I'm the naughty boy. I'm the pride and joy of sin. So I sank my claws in old droopy drawers and locked him in. I'm a jerk, and the people love it. Never work, and I'm right proud of it. I have lots of fun when my water gun goes pop. So if you want someone flat, call Flat Top.
And Dick Tracy, a fine wedding day this turned out to be.
Now, don't fret, Miss Trueheart, my little rum blossom. Forsooth, I see not what you want with that flatfoot, when I, the pride of the Flinthearts, am available.
Well, Mr. Flintheart, I hate to say this, but you're so much older than I am.
Older? Bah! Age is in the mind. I hope. They don't call me vitamin for nothing.
Why, Mr. Flintheart, I'm shocked to hear you talk like that. And after the nice things I've heard about you from some of the other girls.
The other girls are saying nice things about me?
Oh, yes.
I must be getting older than I thought. But, my dear, you don't realize the glamour that surrounds the life of an actor. I'll never forget my last appearance in Pooped Out, Nebraska. what a triumph! Let me tell you about myself, Miss Trueheart, and the glorious life I lead. A wandering actor, my life is interurban. I drink a lot of bourbon to wash down my vitamin pills. My better days were spent behind the lights and grease paint. Though I have shut, my heart ain't. I've got much more peptides in our blood because of my capsules and my vitamin pills.
A, B, B1, C, D, and G.
They're my vitamin pills. Go!
Well, I must say that, Mr. Flintheart, that's very interesting, but I just...
Okay, let's get on with it. Papa's back.
Oh, Dick, what kept you?
That rat Flat Top. He stripped off all my clothes and left me in a locked bank vault in my long underwear.
Oh, how did you manage to escape?
Through the trap door in the back. Well, everybody, let's get on with the wedding, huh?
Oh, happy, 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 happy wedding day.
Oh, shut up! Now I told you people I want to get Tracy married. This is one jam he'll never get out of. Now, Richard Tracy, do you take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife?
I do.
And do you, Tess Trueheart, take this man to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
Good. Then I pronounce you man and... well, I'll be a second lieutenant.
Hello?
Hello, Tracy. Chief of Police speaking. Want to ask you a question.
What is it?
When you pick up a suspicious character, isn't it customary to frisk them?
Sure, you always frisk them.
See, what did I tell you, madam? Now hold still.
Chief, did you interrupt my wedding just for that?
Certainly not, Tracy. I've got terrible news. Snowflake has just been kidnapped.
Snowflake? Snowflake? Snowflake?
Egad, must be a blizzard.
Well, I'll get on this case right away, Chief. There's only one man who could have done something as dastardly as this. The mole. I must find that blackguard and wring the truth out of him.
Oh, Richard, you're not going to leave me at the altar again. I've been dreaming of settling down in an ivy-covered cottage and raising a family, 4 girls.
Oh, you got the wrong boy. But hold on to your corsage. I'll be right back, Tess.
Who's there?
Tell me, is this the subterranean entrance to the home of that villainous gopher?
Yes, better known as the Hole of the Mole.
Mole, I've come here to ask you a question.
I don't know where to get cigarettes either.
Why, you can't wiggle out of this one, Mole.
But I'm telling you, I had nothing to do with Snowflake's disappearance.
Ah, I said nothing about Snowflake's disappearance. How did you know she was missing?
I've seen it in the
It
newsreel.
hadn't been in the newsreel.
I read it in the papers.
It hadn't been in the paper.
I heard it on the radio.
It hadn't been on the radio.
I wish they'd hurry up with that television.
Confess, Mole, have you had something to do with this dastardly kidnapping?
I got a perfect alibi. The exact time of the kidnapping, I can provide 6 witnesses who will swear they saw me at the table of a well-known restaurant.
You've got a perfect alibi? At the exact time of the kidnapping, you can provide 6 witnesses who will swear that they saw you at a table of a well-known restaurant?
This man is quoting me verbatim.
Well, if you're not a criminal, why do you live in this underground hideout?
I'll tell you, Gumshoe. Oh, the folks call me the Mole, 'cause I dug myself a hole. Oh, 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 and I live down there.
Below.
A reaction. Oh, me nose requires more room, so I dug an extra tomb. Oh, 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 and it lives down there.
Below.
That's why they turned me down for OCS. Oh, there isn't anything finer than living down in a mine below, 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 ho, ho, ho. That's where the worm hangs out.
Zoot!
Everybody wants to get into the act.
Oh, the folks think that I'm a nut. They say I'm in a rut. Oh, ho, 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 'cause I live down there.
Beep, 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 beep.
I'll take it.
Listen, Mole, if you squeal on the kidnappers, I'll see to it that you get special consideration.
I'm no rat.
I'll see that the police don't bother you.
I'm no rat.
Well, I'll give you $1 million reward.
That's the cheese I've been waiting for. I'll tell you. Snowflake is up in Flat Top's apartment. Even now he's playing bubbling champagne.
If I know Flat Top, it's spiked 7-Up. Thanks for the tip. I'm off to Flat Top's apartment. And Gadzooks, I hope I'm in time.
Please, Flat Top, leave me alone.
Come over here, Snowflake. I'm gonna tie you up with this rope.
That rope. You wouldn't take advantage of a poor, defenseless girl, would you?
She doesn't know me very well.
Please, please, Flat Top, I beseech you to release me.
Nothing doing. I only release them when they're over 38.
Flat Top, I appeal to you on bended knee.
Kid, you appeal to me in any position.
Oh, I'm ashamed of you. What would your mother say if she saw you acting this way?
I never had a mother.
What would your father say?
Nothing. He never had a mother either. Listen, Snowflake, how about you and I teaming up?
Oh, don't be silly. I promised my hand to Vitamin Flintheart.
Give it to him. It's the rest of you I want. What about it, Snowflake? Will you marry me?
Oh, no. What would I want with anyone with such a flat top, Flat Top? It's your joke.
I don't want to take the blame, I tell you.
At least if you were twins, I could use you as a bookend.
Now don't get sassy, Snowflake. I'm a tough guy, see? I'll show you how strong I am. Watch me rip this telephone book in half.
You couldn't.
Just watch. Now for the next page.
Please, please, Flat Top, let me go. These ropes are pressing against my flesh.
I can always replace them with me. Ah, me proud beauty, I've got you over a barrel.
Yes, you have got me over a barrel. Somewhere over a barrel, black and blue, smiling bravely the whilst I wait for a music cue. If Miss Pons can sing cadenzas, grabbing asts, and drinking poison wine, how can I refuse to sing a song for use while I'm tied to this infernal radiator? I'll sing just for you, honest and true.
Honest little girlie, I'm strong for you. When you go away, I go along for you. Won't you please encourage me with just a word or two? Do.
You're so repulsive.
You needn't say you love me, for I'm pretty sure you don't. But tell me that you like me, and there's nothing that I won't be glad to do. That's honestly and true. I'll go along for you. I'll do a wrong for you, because I'm awfully strong for you.
Honest little girlie, I'm awfully strong for you. When you go away, I'm going along for
We're
you.
gonna get arrested, you know.
Won't you please encourage me with just a word or two? A do.
You're so repulsive. You
You
needn't
say you love me, for I'm pretty sure you don't. Just tell me that you like me, and there's nothing that I won't be glad to do. That's honestly and true. I'll go along for you. I do a wrong for you, because I'm awfully strong for you.
Why, Kit, my boy. What do you mean, Flat Top? This is just Trueheart's house. Flat Top's house is in the opposite direction. You've been driving backwards.
Oh, it's my own fault. I put Seratan in the gas tank.
You mean to say you've been driving in reverse all day?
In California, who notices it? Well, I'll get Flat Top later. But where are the wedding guests? What happened to everybody?
Now, my boy, we must be brave about this. They couldn't wait any longer. They had tickets to a Sinatra broadcast.
First it's Flat Top, now I'm having trouble with Flat Chest. Hey, the place is deserted. There's nothing left but a table loaded with presents.
Look under the table. I'm loaded too.
Good old Vitamin. You're the only one who stayed with me.
I'll be gone soon.
I can't believe that Tess Trueheart has run out on me. She knows I left her at the altar 13 times. Oh, Tess, could there be someone else? Whose dream are you? Where is your cloud? Where are your wings? Why is my heart hearing things like the sigh of you know who? Whose dream are you? Can you be loved? Can you be kissed? Or will you fade like the mist in the sky? Tell me, have you come true? Are you here in my arms? Could a dream love ever seem half so divine? Darling, whose dream are you? Maybe someday you will reveal that you are no dream, you're real, you're mine. Oh, I'm heartbroken. Fate has dealt me a most horrible blow. What else can happen to me now?
Plenty, Tracy.
Who's that?
I'm Flat Top, and I've got a gun in your back. Stick 'em up.
I'm the mole. Stick him up.
I'm the chief of police. Stick 'em up.
Chief, why are you sticking me up?
I like to be on the winning side.
This is the end of the trail for you, Tracy.
Yeah, you're through. There's a block of cement over your head. It's gonna fall on the count of 3.
Then we're gonna pour gasoline over you and put a match to it.
After that, we're gonna take what's left of you and put you in the bone-crushing machine.
Then, to top it all, we're gonna cover you with rattlesnakes.
Egad, egad. I wonder what Superman would do in a spot like this.
Oh, happy, 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 happy wedding day.
And so we leave you until next week.
1 week later.
Perhaps you are wondering how Dick Tracy got out of his terrible predicament last week. As you may recall, when last seen, the mole and Flat Top had him under a concrete block and were getting ready to release the rattlesnakes and set fire to him. How did he get out of it? He forced himself. And I'm happy to say that the next voice you hear will be that of Mr. Tracy himself.
Hi there, Vitamin.
Oh, hello there, Tiki boy. Quite a party you're having.
Well, Vitamin, I don't get married every week.
Well, of course not. Couldn't get married every week. Would be awful. Another honeymoon, another girl. A man couldn't. How could he possibly? What am I saying? It'd be great.
Hello, Mr. Tracy.
Hello, Mr. Tracy. Hi.
Well, if it isn't the Summer Sisters and their sister. Girls, shake hands with Vitamin Flintheart. Don't shake too hard with all those pills in him. It'll sound like a crap game.
Well, it's delightful to meet you girls. The Summer Sisters, eh? Which is which?
I'm May.
I'm June. I'm July.
July? Where'd you come from?
I came right ahead of my brother, August.
Well, you're for me, July. You're the hottest.
Control yourself, Vitamin. You're breaking out in capsules.
By the way, did you see all the nice presents the bride got?
Oh, yes, she has a very large trousseau.
Yes, she has a very large trousseau.
Yes, she ought to wear a girdle.
Well, the girl's been sitting around for 13 years waiting to get married. Anyhow, I'm sure glad you could come to the wedding.
Oh, we wouldn't have missed it for anything, Mr. Tracy. And that's not all. The Summer Sisters are enemies of crime. In the winter July doesn't rhyme, but it finishes up the tune. We are singing on Tracy's wedding day. Though to marriage we're always saying nay. It's quite a task, 'cause we ain't been asked. In apple blossom time or any other time. In apple blossom time. Yes.
Well, that was lovely, girls. Look, the wedding is about to begin.
Oh, happy, 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 happy wedding day.
Shut up! Blasted music? Now let's get after this. Do you, Richard Tracy, take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife?
I do.
Good. Do you, Tess Trueheart, take this man to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
Oh, at last I get my $2. I now pronounce you man and... What? No telephone? Well, good. I now pronounce you man and... Oh, nuts!
I'll get it, I'll get it. Hello?
Guess who?
Oh, no. No, haven't you run out of slugs yet?
Listen, Nick, did you tell me to stop a robbery at the corner of Hollywood and Vine?
No, no, Chief. I said Sunset and Vine.
Oh, sorry, gentlemen. Go right ahead.
Look, now here, I'm very busy. I'm getting married. Come to the point.
There's terrible news again, Tracy. Remember a crook named Shaky?
Sure, I put Shaky in jail.
Well, he shook loose. Look, Tracy, I'm calling from a phone booth at a drugstore. I hate to say this, but Shaky just held it up. He's already killed 13 people.
Killed 13 people?
Yes, 10 customers, the proprietor, the janitor, and a guy who dropped in for a small Coke. No ice.
Well, don't worry, Chief. I'll capture that scoundrel or my name ain't... This is the place.
Hey, Tracy, I work with you, my noble dick.
Oh, it's the mole. What do you want?
When do I get to rope somebody out?
Later. Get back in that manhole. Now, for the drugstore. I'll sneak up on him. Now I've got you. Aha! You murderous villain, reach for the sky.
Wait, Tracy, it's me.
Oh, pardon me, Chief. Pardon me. Where's Shaky?
He's over at the counter, having a malted with an egg in it.
Oh, I couldn't see him behind that straw. Go out and cover the back door, Chief. I'll deal with Shaky.
Right.
Now, I hate to be a mercenary, but there's a $5,000 reward for Shaky alive, and a $5,000 reward for Shaky dead. In his condition, I'll hit the jackpot. All right, Shaky, the jig is up. Get off that stool.
Yeah, just a minute, copper, till I finish this malt.
Oh, fine, he fell in. Climb out of there, Shaky, and start talking.
Darn these jumbo straws, they suck back.
Never mind, Shaky. You're going on a long, long trip. A one-way trip. And there's bad news at the end of it.
Yeah, just because your head looks like a crystal ball, won't be telling fortunes.
Oh, the phone. What are you talking about? Dick Tracy has a beautiful head of hair.
Well, he should have lent it to you tonight.
Now listen, you pipe cleaner in suspenders. Justice has caught up with you. You better talk and talk fast. Why did you kill 10 people in this drugstore?
Because they aggravated me.
Why did they aggravate you?
They were alive, it was mattering, all of them, sitting there around me, breathing.
You're just a jealous rat. I'm going to see to it that you get what's coming to you.
Oh, darn you. You are a brute, and I'm sure of one thing. You spoil my fun before I've begun. You have that certain gruesome something. I sure do wish that you didn't have a gun.
My key, you know. But you're the naughty one. You should have hung.
You mean for the crimes I've done, or the songs I've sung.
About 50-50, yeah.
Someday I'll rub you out, believe me.
But till then, I've got you in my clutch.
Well, brother, you ain't clutching much.
Okay, I'm taking you down to the station house, and it's such a nice night, let's walk.
If you're walking, Tracy, I'm going piggyback.
Not on this piggy's back, you're not. Now come on, quit stalling.
All right, copper, I'm right behind you. Drop your gun.
Boy, am I glad to see you, Flat Top.
Shut up, small-timer.
What do you mean, small timer? I just bumped off 12 people.
You couldn't bump off 12 termites in a lumber yard.
All right, wise guy. How many did you knock off today?
None. I knocked off today.
Yeah, you certainly went by way of Dubuque to knock that one off.
Shut up, copper. I'm gonna bump you off.
Hey, don't shoot, Flat Top. This guy may be useful to us. He's got his ear to the ground, you know.
Yeah, that ain't all that's dragging.
I said that maybe we can do business with this guy. Every man has his price.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Listen, Tracy, how would you like to make some easy money?
Great, honestly,
Cross my black heart. It's a cinch.
I shall pretend to take their filthy bribe, and by doing so, round up the entire gang. I might be willing to talk business with you, Flat Top, if my cut of the swag is big enough.
Good then. It's a deal.
All right, let's shake on it.
Yeah, I'm tired of shaking. Let's sing. We're three pinup boys, filled with charm and poise.
Tracy,
A shaky,
And Flat Top.
I'll make justice win.
Please don't fence us in.
Tracy,
a shaky.
Flat Top.
We're just a little sheep that lost our way around.
I'll keep you locked in jail, no matter how you pound and pound.
Oh, what are we to do?
Listen, mugs, you're through. Tracy,
A shaky.
And Flat Top.
Hey, Flat Top, what do you do with Snowflake?
I had them all take her down to Gravel Gertie's gravel pit.
let's all go there.
Just a second, Tracy. You ain't got any ideas about pinching anybody, have you?
No, just Snowflake. Oh, really, I'm one of you now. I'd even step on her foot if you wanted me to.
Would you twist her arm?
Yeah, would you punch her in the nose?
Yes. And may the district attorney forgive me.
Okay, but no tricks now. I'll be watching.
Good, let us away.
Speeding towards the same destination is another car. We must see who's in it.
Oh, woe is me, woe is me. Helpless in the foul clutches of the mole.
Just a minute, Snowflake. My clutch may slip a little, but it ain't foul. Besides, I do not mean you any harm. Cold wrench.
Then why is this big coil of rope beside me?
We gotta smoke something, don't we? I told Flat Top and Shaky to drive out here too. Wouldn't it be funny if we all got here at the exact same time? You know, ask silly questions, you get silly answers. Ah, well, this was a hot car anyway. It's a cinch theirs was too.
Hey, Mole, why don't you watch where you're driving?
I put my hand out.
Well, here it is.
And may I return your windshield wiper?
Let go, that's me.
Wait, look, wait. Wait, look. What is this monster crawling out from behind the rock?
It's our hostess, Gravel Gertie.
Hi, you folks. How y'all doing, boy? Come on, let's have at it, huh?
Hiya, Gertie. How's everything, Gertie?
Just fine. Hey, Flat Top, who's the hunk of fluff, huh?
My name is Snowflake. And if you don't let me go, I'll call the cops.
Ah, you hear that, Tracy? She's gonna call the cops. Yeah.
What? You, Dick Tracy, that represents all that is clean and honest, has turned viper?
Just a minute ago, I was a windshield viper.
You know, for that I ought to bash your head in with my mandolin. That's what I ought to do.
Say, Gertie, you're looking pretty good tonight.
Yeah, well, I think I look awful. The laundry put too much starch in my hair.
I think it's beautiful. I'd like to run through it barefooted.
You've got the feet that could stand it.
Yeah, come on, sit on my knee, Molly, and I'll serenade you with a mandolin.
Tell me all about yourself. pretty.
With my high-pitched tonsils and my low-heel shoes and my long hair sweeping up the rug, I ran into a racy dick whose name was Tracy and wound up in the jug. With his snap-brim Kelly and his square-cut jaw, he was quite the handsomest of men. When I started to yell, the DA gave me 10 and I'm back in the pen again. Clang, clang, clang with the wagon. Crawl, crawl, crawl with my skin. Snap, snap, snap with the bracelets. And that flatfoot invited me in. He tipped his hat. I took the seat. And then I tried my best to stamp upon his feet. He took my arm, gave it a twist, and gently played a serenade upon my wrist. Clang, clang, clang with the wagon. Har, har, har with the brow. Snap, snap, snap with the bracelets. As I started to leave, he collected my sleeve with his hand. And as if it were planned, with the utmost of grace, kicked me right in a place only Tracy could find. At the end of the line.
Let's say, that was great, baby.
Yeah, but we haven't bumped anybody off in hours. Let's rub Snowflake out.
Oh, no, you mustn't. You mustn't. I'm too young to be fractured.
You're never too young. Where's my Tommy gun?
I'm glad you asked that, Flat Top. Because while Gertie was singing, I disarmed you all. Now reach for the sky, you rats.
Again, reach for the sky. Every 2 minutes, it's calisthenics.
What a triumph this is. Single-handedly, Tracy has rounded up 4 public enemies. No other dick can make this statement.
Hooray! May I be the first to congratulate you. Hooray! What am I cheering about? I'm headed straight for the electrical Harry.
I'll say you are, all of you.
Quit taking bows, you ham cop. If I had my gun back, I'd fill you so full of holes you'd have to go on the air for Swiss cheese.
Hark, I hear a horse.
Yes, and look who's on it. My lover, Vitamin Flintheart, Tess Trueheart, the Summer Sisters, and old Judge Hooper.
This has got to be the finale.
Yes, on with the wedding, on with the wedding. Let's all get married. Everybody pick a bride.
Only one to a customer.
Egad, every place you go, rationing.
Oh, happy, 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 happy wedding day. Who is going to trade in a sad old blue heart? Trade it in today for a real brand new heart. Great Detective Tracy and the sweet Tess Trueheart. Happy, happy wedding, happy, happy wedding, happy, happy wedding day.
The cast moves forward as the curtain rises and falls to take their bows. Bob Hope as Flat Top.
You needn't say you love me, for I'm pretty sure you don't. But tell me that you like me, and there's nothing that I won't be glad to do. That's honestly and true. I'll go along for you, I'll do a wrong for you, because I'm awfully strong for you.
The Andrews Sisters as the Summer Sisters.
Oh, my girl said, yes, you see. Pretty soon we will be 3. Ho, 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 ho. My bride and my nose and me.
Cass Daly as Gravel Gertie.
Dum-dee-dum goes the music. Dum-dee-dee-dum goes the bar.
So I'd much rather marry a Bing.
Frank Morgan as Donovan Flintheart and Judy Garland as Snowflake.
Meet me in the barroom, Snowflake. Come, my maiden fair.
We'll read lines from Shakespeare, Flintheart, any place but there.
We'll have a scotch and soda.
And I'll meet you at the coda, but I won't meet you in the barroom, Flintheart.
Gad, she doesn't dare.
She won't meet him in the barroom, people, and she doesn't care.
But I love you dearly, Flintheart, this to you I swear.
Yet Shakespeare must be mastered.
Yes, but not while you are plastered. Meet me in the barroom, people, any place but there.
Dinah Shore as Tess Trueheart and Bing Crosby as Dick Tracy.
Whose dream are you? Where is your cloud? Where are your wings? Why is my heart hearing things like the sigh of a moonbeam?
Whose dream are you? Can you be loved? Can you be kissed? Or will you fade like the mist in the sky?
Tell me,
Have you come true? Are you here in my arms? Could a dream love ever seem half so divine, darling? Whose dream are you? Maybe someday you will reveal that you are no dream, you're real,
And so they were married and lived happily ever after, in black and white on weekdays and in full color every Sunday. We hope you've enjoyed that harrowing session with Chester Gould's famous cartoon characters. And now, this is Harry Von Zell, who can only say this is what is left of the Armed Forces Radio Service.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming today. We've had so much fun presenting this, recreating this legendary classic show for you. We hope that you finally have enjoyed this wonderful episode that we've gotten to do. And finally, Dick and Tess have gotten, wait a minute, did they get married? We'll never know. But we do know that we did wrap up this show with a very happy ending. And this also wraps up our exciting, happy, I won't do it again, 14th season. And what a run we've had. We have done, throughout our 14 years, just about every type of old-time radio show out there. We've done comedies, westerns, dramas, detective shows, wartime broadcasts, children's shows, spooky stories, Hollywood profiles, superhero serials, game shows, movie recreations, variety shows, and a live election broadcast, and even read old comic strips on the air. And in some ways, we're just getting started. We're already planning an exciting and wonderful 15th season packed with more wonderful old-time radio recreations. And we're going to take the summer off, but it all begins again on Sunday, August 21st. So be sure to mark your calendar, and you can also visit ttdyradio.com for up-to-date information. But now, the cast of those thrilling days of yesteryear, playing Harry Von Zell and the judge, John Finopple. Bing Crosby and Dick Tracy, Don Gingold. Dinah Shore and Tess Trueheart, Pam Turlow. Jerry Colonna and the police chief, Aaron Hogue. Bob Hope and Flat Top, Jay Carroll. Howard. Frank Morgan and Vitamin Flintheart, Craig Gustafson. Jimmy Durante and the Mole, Lars Dimba. Judy Garland and Little Snowflake, Aaron Denver. The Andrews Sisters, or the Summer Sisters, Sharon Voss, Heidi Schultz, and Harmony Hickey. Frank Sinatra and Shaky, Andy Dameron. And Cass Daly and Gravel Gertie, Val Glowinski. And of course, special wonderful thanks to our magnificent musical magic, once again for Joanne Doherty on piano. And I am your director and producer, Ben Dooley. Thank you. And on behalf of the cast, we'd like to extend our thanks to you, the audience, for once again helping our show to come alive and for living those thrilling days of yesteryear so that we could have the joy to bring them back to you. Thank you very much. Thank you all. We'll be back on August 21st, and we're still working on the details for our season, but some great stuff. In the meantime, please join us in the lobby and the lounge for some juice and cookies and conversation and talk and such and all that, and I hope you can have a beautiful day today. Thank you.